patriotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Thousands most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Welcome back to another episode of Jaja's Atelier. We are fresh off of Christmas. It is Tuesday, the 26th. How was everybody's Christmas? I saw everybody on Instagram in their matching pajamas and their macaroni and cheese, sweet potato pie, and all of that. How was it? You guys looked absolutely fabulous. You guys looked like you had a good time with your families. Me, on the other hand, I stayed in bed all day. I smoked reefer. I made oxtails, macaroni and cheese. My mom made rice and peas, curry chicken, salmon. Honey, look at my fucking plate. Ugh. That food was so fucking good. And I watched TV all day. Listen, I spent Thanksgiving with family. Listen, I'm a one-trick pony type of hoe. You get what I'm saying? You're going to get one good holiday out of me of the season. Either it's going to be Thanksgiving or it's going to be Christmas. This year just so happened to be Thanksgiving. So, honey, I took Christmas for myself. I took Christmas for myself. I got up at 4:30 in the morning. I loved on me. I took a hot bath, had a mimosa, soaked my feet, did my facials, gave myself a little bit of a winks. Just treat yourself, I laid in the bed all day. I ate. I watched Melrose Place, 90210. I watched, oh my God, the old Lifetime movie Sent Me all day. The Betty Broderick story, The Burning Bed. Shout out to Desmond and Shannon for telling me about that because, honey, I cannot get enough of the old Lifetime movies. They just don't make TV the way they used to. Anyway, y'all, so we are back. We have a bunch of hot topics. Fashion is kind of quiet right now. We have a few fashion things we're going to touch on. But until February, fashion's going to stay kind of quiet. So let's kick it off with Taraji P. Henson. Huge congratulations to the cast of The Color Purple. The movie debuted at #1. Of course, I didn't think anything less. But Taraji P. Henson is, sparking some controversy with her comments and bringing some much needed awareness to a pay gap issue in Hollywood. Take a look.
It's still not mathing, and I'm really getting tired of black women having the same story. It's breaking my heart. Like 20 plus in the game, it breaks my heart. It's like every time you achieve something really incredible, it's almost like the industry looks at it as a fluke. Like, that was like some one-time thing. So you fall back to the bottom, and you gotta negotiate and fight tooth and nail to get what you made the last time. Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to serve.
So Taraji P. Henson, during the Color Purple press tour, has been making it plain and clear and letting people know, listen, it might look like I got it, like she said in the video, but we are being underpaid. A lot of people came out and said, well, Monique said that, 10 years ago. Here's the thing about when Monique said it. It's all in your delivery. Monique got on stage and told Oprah Winfrey to suck her dick. I don't think that's going to garner the response that you're looking for. Though, yeah, Monique said it and I got what she was saying. But again, it's all in your delivery. And I saw a couple of podcasters saying, oh, well, it's never going to be perfect. Either we're too aggressive or we're too this or we're too that. In the case of Monique, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you why nobody listened to her. Again, the delivery. That's number one. We can't compare Monique speaking out about it to this because there have been several actresses who have spoken about this, several black actresses who have spoken about this, and they've gone unignored, like the lady from Friday. Craig, who's up in the house? And tell me who she was. I can't think of her fucking name, but she was also in Sprung and Hollywood Divas. She also spoke about this, and it fell on deaf ears. What I like about this is Taraji P. Henson picked the perfect time to touch on this. The timing was perfect because who's going to stop her from saying what she has to say in the middle of a press junket? She also talks about how she almost had to walk away from The Color Purple because the pay was so low. And I also, listen, I also think that this is such a touchy subject, and it ruffles a lot of feathers because for the black man in Hollywood, he's making more than the black woman. So I saw a lot of them kind of like, they didn't say they didn't like what she said, but they didn't say that they did like it either. And also, it just goes to show you that everything that you see, all the glitterati and all of that, it doesn't equal fair pay. One, it doesn't equal, over an overabundance of monetary success. Two, and when she was talking about this, and she did it more than one time, by the way, when she was talking about this, all I kept thinking is, so if Taraji P. Henson, Viola Davis, and all of these women who are at the top of the top when it comes to black entertainment, why the hell are the rest of y'all online bragging about how much money y'all got? And if Taraji is complaining about pay, somebody who's actually giving the world her gifts in a positive way, you mean to tell me that y'all down there at the Zeus Network is doing that shit for crumbs? It's gotta be. The older I get, the more I realize that all of this shit is fake. It's all fake. The cars might be real. The multitudes of women might be real. The bags might be real. And I use the word might very heavily. The jewelry might be real. But it's all fake. I think we're coming to a place in society where we realize that the very thing that, because let's be clear, a lot of us will want to be Taraji in a New York fucking minute, right? What we're starting to realize in society is that these people are just people, and they have grievances too. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. I also liked that how she. I also liked how she said that even in the movie Benjamin Button, I believe, which she was nominated for a Best Supporting Actress Academy Award for. It's like, oh, she's so great, Taraji, and then the next year she's right back down at the bottom of the totem pole again. And then I saw a lot of people saying, oh, well, we don't want to hear a millionaire complain. But it all trickles down, bitch. Because if they could get away with doing it to her, what's stopping them from doing it to the McDonald's cashier? Or the gas station attendant? Or the school teacher? Or, An office manager. Taraji, you blew the lid off it, girl. Now the rumor mill is talking and saying that Oprah is not pleased with what Taraji is saying. They were like reading into like body language and all of that. I saw that online, but I'm just kind of like, until the lady comes out of her mouth and says that she's not pleased with what the girl said. I mean, what? I mean, I don't give a damn who was mad. What she's saying is absolutely true. But I'm glad she said it because it definitely shines a light on what is really reality. Anyway, Taraji, I don't think you should quit acting. I think that between you and the SAG after strike and Fran Drescher and Monique, I think, and Viola Davis and all of the other black actresses that have come forward, I think that they're at a point where they can't ignore it. Start paying these women and men of color what they're worth. Period. And we don't want you to quit acting, Taraji. I think they got the message. And I mean, what is Hollywood going to do without black actresses and black actors? I mean, we could do without Jonathan Majors, but what is Hollywood going to do? That man said he wanted his white girlfriend to be the next Coretta Scott King. Honey, we could do without him. But black actors and actresses, I think they heard you, Taraji, and I think, listen, she said it out of her mouth. She hasn't got an increase in pay since 2018 when she did Proud Mary. That was almost 10 years ago. Anyway. So this next story, oh God. So rumors have been circulating online about Bishop T.D. Jakes. There are rumors alleging that there was a burner phone that Kim Porter gave to Cassie. And in the burner phone, there's videos of Bishop T.D. Jakes, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, allegedly taking dick up the ass. I saw a lot of people, a lot of comments, a lot of unwarranted opinions, a lot of diluted, just gross, disgusting jokes. Black people. I'm about to read us. Like, I'm really about to read us. Bishop T.D. Jakes is one of the greatest megachurch pastors in history. He is, to me, non-judgmental. He wants everybody, sinners, everybody, to come and join his congregation. He has an anointing on him. Every time he speaks, I can relate to it. That's somebody who's anointed. Not only is he anointed, but his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, is also anointed. He has sons, and he has another daughter who is also in the ministry. If you are black, you knew somebody in your family, your aunt, your great grandma, big mama them, somebody whose house you went to for Sunday dinner or whatever, had that T.D. Jakes playing in the background. He never comes out and condemns anybody publicly. He does not preach from a place of judgment. And as a trans woman, I don't go to church, but I would definitely go to Bishop T.D. Jakes' church. His sermons are welcoming and warm, and they just make you feel like you need to be there. I don't care who you are. And you could sit up there and be like, you could do all that if you want to. But if you ever listened to a sermon by T.D. Jakes, you will be touched. Because I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I have my own personal relationship with God, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm religious, and it most certainly doesn't mean that I believe in the church in its current state. What I'm going to say about this, and it might ruffle a little bit of feathers, black people, we are our own worst enemy. I didn't see nothing but black people in those comments. T.D. Jakes, he's taking it up the ass. I saw somebody say, take Dick Jakes. What has this man ever done except spread the good word for generations and take care of his family? And y'all are on social media in front of the free world alleging that this man, and making a huge deal that this man might have had sex with another man. And to my black people, again, why do we always associate a black man who is sexually fluid as the worst thing a motherfucking black man can do? Because let's be clear, and I said this to my mama, and I said this to a couple of other people. If this was a conversation about T.D. Jakes getting caught with an affair with a stripper or something like that, we would not be. It would not be all of this. It would be a complete 360 of a conversation. Oh, but because it's something gay and it's the bishop, we have not seen any video. Nobody has come out and said that they've seen this. I don't even know where the fuck the rumor came from. I don't even know where the rumor originated from. But yet you sit up here and you speak it in these comment sections underneath these black-owned blogs as if it's fact. And you're doing it in front of the very same people that you complain treat you unfairly. And you wonder why. You open your front door to them for them to do it. It's time, 2024, this whole thing with black men and their sexuality, we need to cut it the fuck out. We need to cut it the fuck out. It's causing a lot of dissension in our community, and you look childish doing it. It's childish. It's like, ooh, Billy kissed Johnny. Grow up. You better hope somebody don't find some shit on you and put it out on you on the motherfucking internet. Because we've all done some shit that certain people in our life just don't need to know about. Leave Bishop T.D. Jakes alone. Now, Christmas Eve, he gave his annual Christmas Eve sermon, and he said this.
I ain't come to convince you or nobody, because I know who I am. That ain't what this is about. You can think whatever you want to think. I don't care. I came to do my job. I came to prophesy as I was commanded. I came to hear the master say, well done, thou good and faithful servant.
So I'm going to move on from this story, but listen, not the bishop. Don't play with God's anointed people. And regardless of what his sins may be, that doesn't take away from the fact of his anointing. Don't keep playing with God's people. Don't play with yourselves. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If y'all keep on talking about this and y'all keep on bringing it up and y'all keep on making it an issue, then it's going to be an investigation and then it's going to be a cancellation. And let me tell you something, black folks, you're not going to have nobody to blame but yourself. Anyway, so on to more happy news. So the newest issue, the January 2024 issue of British Vogue has just came out, and it features 3 black women. I'm so happy to see this. They are all Nigerian designers. Tolu Coker, Priya Aluala, and Torishe Zhu. They are covering the January 24 issue of British Vogue, and they are talking their individual styles and building their brands and their individual ways of going about creating sustainable clothing. I love this cover. I love this spread. The one who I'm really familiar with, I think her name is, I think it's Tarisha Jew. I remember seeing her. I think that's who it is. My brain is today has been a hell of a day, but she actually debuted at London Fashion Week this past fashion season, and I fell in love with her stuff. I'm obsessed with it. But I also, upon research for this story, I also fell in love with the other 2 as well. One of them is, it reminds me, it's very Parisian, her style, but she incorporates, you know, her Nigerian culture in it. And the other one is kind of like a hipster girl, Priya. She's kind of like the hipster girl, you know, tight, sexy, you know, kind of nostalgic, but also incorporating her own individual style. And it's all of them go by sustainability, which, you know, that's something that we need to really focus on, especially in fashion. I see a lot of fast fashion. Listen, I was on Pretty Little Thing the other day and they had some bomb ass pieces. But I'm like, listen, I can make it myself or I can find it at the thrift store. You know what I mean? Because, listen, the way the news is talking, we ain't got too much time on this rock here we call Earth, okay? So I was glad to see that. Yes, I just, oh, it was Tolu who debuted her collection during debuted at London Fashion Week. It was Tolu. Okay, I had it wrong. Okay. But yeah, and also this is one of Edward Enninful's last issues before he exit as editor-in-chief of British Vogue. But one thing I want to point out, and it ties into what Taraji P. Henson was kind of talking about. This is why it's important to have people at the top that are actually going to look out for us. Because the other 2 girls, I had no idea who they were. And a few people in the comments, not a whole lot, but a few people in the comments, and they weren't being rude when they said it. They were just like, "Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. Who are they?" They didn't even know who they were. And judging by the clothes, honey, their work speaks for itself. And to be honest, their work is a whole lot better than some of the mainstreams that we've seen this past fashion season. This is why people like Edward Enninful are important. This is why trailblazers like, oh my gosh, Beth Ann Hardison are important. Especially in fashion, because, you know, we're in 1 minute and out the next. Ask Museo Prada. Anyway. Oh, that was shade. Anyway, so yeah, I really love this. I'm planning on getting a subscription to British Vogue and French Vogue. But, ooh, the prices are so high. But I'm just going to bite the bullet and pay that $75. Ooh. Anyway, so on to our next story, and this is a little bit of political news. I'm sorry if I'm kind of all over the place tonight, guys. I'm doing the best I can. I'm still in a food coma, honey. It took me a minute to slap this new wig on. How do y'all like it? This is a U part. It's a U part, so you could part it any kind of way up here, but I'm just still trying to figure out how I can how I can make her work. I had to work today, then they let us off early. It's just been a weird day. I don't know. It's just been a weird day. So bear with me. My microphones still have not come yet. So as the trucks fly down the street in the pouring down rain, you will hear them. But my mics should be here in the next couple of days, fingers crossed. So this next story, the Colorado Supreme Court has disqualified the Great Pumpkin, aka Donald Trump, from the presidential 2024-2025 ballot. Other states are also thinking about following suit with this. Listen, bottom line is the man broke the law. He basically committed treason while still being in office. He threw a temper tantrum and caused an insurrection. How can you have this man run for president? Now, a lot of the political commentators are saying now it would be great to see all the states follow suit with this. But even if all the states do, if he appeals it in the Supreme Court and they rule in his favor, Brett Kavanaugh, Clarence Thomas, then he can still run. And I'm here to tell you, if the Supreme Court, now I know, now I'm about to get a little ghetto here now. I know, not the renegade Republicans that's always talking about the Constitution, the Constitution. This country was built on morals and Christianity and honesty and justice for all. The Constitution. Now I know y'all not going to let this man run for president. So while we're all sitting up here wondering if TD Jakes got boinked up the ass, you need to be taking your black ass down to the polls and voting. And this is why. Because while Donald Trump was in office, he knew he was going to do this shit already. He put his puppets all in place and all in a line so he can get away with the shit. While you was worried about who was sucking on whose dick. It's bigger shit in the world to worry about, y'all. Donald Trump, to me, in my personal opinion, is a terrorist. He is a treasonous terrorist. And I'm going to tell you something. To the Supreme Court. Now, we got our girl. She just got nominated. She's in there. But she's only one person. I think we have like 3 people of color that are, excluding Clarence Thomas, that are on our side. But that's 3 out of how many? Anyway. The ruling for his insurrection is reportedly going to take place on January 4th. We'll see how it goes down. We'll see how it goes down. What is the world coming to, honey? Anyway. So, this story really, really makes me sad because I love this woman who we're about to talk about. So, a lot of videos have, one video has resurfaced from back in 2020 where the Married to Medicine stars, if you're not familiar with Married to Medicine, it's a quite unique show on Bravo. And I have to say, in the midst of all this ghetto shit and Zeus Network, it's one of the only shows still on TV, one of the only reality shows, probably the only reality show on TV that, though it still has its drama, what it represents outweighs anything else. It is a show on Bravo based on black doctors from Atlanta. Everybody pretty much on the show is married and has been married for a long time. They have beautiful families. They do fight and they do argue and there is drama. But at the core of the show, it represents, I think, a side of us, that a side of the black community, us, that hasn't been shown on TV in a long time, not perhaps since the Cosbys and the whole black sitcom era. Anyway, back in 2020, two of the stars of the show, Dr. Jackie Walters and Dr. Heavenly Kimes, were on a podcast, and they were talking about maternal mortality rates as it pertains to black women. I'm just going to go ahead and run the video. In the video, before I run it, Dr. Jackie said some things that were absolutely fucking true. And of course, because we're in the year of not taking accountability, which thank God is almost over, people got outraged. Take a look.
Sometimes, as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem.
Okay, so listen, later on, after the video went viral and sparked some hella outrage towards Dr. Jackie from black women, some of whom are her patients, she did a whole apology video, which I'm not going to even post because she looked so broken in that video. And I like Dr. Jackie. I'm a huge fan of Married to Medicine. I love Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie is the one woman, whether it's black, white, or any other, on reality TV, in that kind of a reality TV space, who has constantly held her cool, kept her composure, everything with class and grace and dignity. She's so intelligent. She's such a great representation for black women. And what she said in this video is not a lie. She is putting you up on game. She wants better for black women who are pregnant, who are going to these hospitals and getting mistreated by the doctors, by the nurses. They're not being taken seriously when they actually do have a problem. And so she is telling you what to do and what not to do. And she kept it real. Sometimes us as black folks, we do get a little extra when we go to the doctor. I had a pimple the other day and I had to ask my mom, do you think it's a cancer? Like, we do get extra when we go to the doctor. We do. And I know a plethora of bitches that end up pregnant and are in and out of the fucking hospital so they can get off work. We seen that one video of that girl who was pregnant and told the doctor that she went into early labor so she wouldn't miss the Beyonce concert. And ended up getting fucking fired. And here we go yet again. We are our own worst enemy. Why are y'all so quick to cancel Dr. Jackie? We need to stop taking the truth and getting pissed and just receive the fucking information. This woman has been a doctor for over 30 years. She's seen it all. She knows what she's talking about. And also, I find it funny that they're so outraged by it when her show is one of the top rated shows on Bravo. And I done watched it from season 1 to the current season. And her and Dr. Simone, who is also another OBGYN who stars on the show, have said this countless times before. It's nothing new. But we're so quick. We are so quick to defend ourselves. You're not even receiving the information. I don't don't give a fuck how she worded it. I don't give a fuck. It's Dr. fucking Jackie. She just sat down with Kamala Harris to talk about the same thing. She is a world-renowned physician, and she's a black woman from the South. A lot of her patients have decided to go with other doctors. A lot of her patients have speaked out. I've seen people say, oh, she's a nasty piece of work. Why y'all can't be called out and explained and taught anything? Why do we take offense to every little thing? She's a black woman herself who is a 2-time breast cancer survivor who wasn't able to have children. Why would she say anything bad against you? Do you really think that goes to show how evil some of y'all people have been treated? Because you're so quick to treat somebody else so fucking nasty who ain't never did shit to you. Y'all get on the motherfucking internet and you yap, and you don't realize the damage that you're causing. I saw that apology video and I cried because I was like, damn, I ain't never seen Dr. Jackie like this. It was so sad. She was like, I was really just trying to, she really like, you could tell she was hurt. She was really hurt. And the fact that y'all had that lady get up there and apologize for what? Because if she had said it about a group of white women, y'all would have been clapping along and whooping it the fuck up. But white women aren't the ones who are facing this problem. Who better to take constructive criticism from than a 30-year world-renowned physician who is a black woman? Oh, so I get it. It's protect black women as long as they stay in their place. It's protect black women as long as they keep their mouth shut. It's protect black women as long as she ain't talking about me. I don't need no constructive criticism. We all can take a little constructive criticism. I hope she sees this. Dr. Jackie, you didn't have a motherfucking thing to apologize for. I understand why you did it, but you didn't have a motherfucking thing to apologize for. I'm standing with Dr. Jackie on this. The end of the year, listen, maybe that's why I'm so discombobulated, because I'm thinking about the end of the year and all the shit, because I'm thinking like, all right, so what's going to be the episode for either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go over like who my favorite model was for 2023, who's this? And I'm just like, was it really that happy of a year? It was so much other negative shit going on that I just don't even know if I just wanted to do it. Maybe I'll just do a regular fucking show. Because y'all have exhausted me on this goddamn social media. All up on the chat. I am exhausted. Let's spread a little love in 2024, please, black people. Can we please stop cutting each other down? If a black person isn't the certain sex you think they should be, they're out. If a black woman speaks against something and it's the truth, they're out. If this person says something you know, they're out. Ain't gonna be nobody fucking left. Anyway. Alright, our last story of the day. Okay, so Charlemagne the God and DJ Envy have apparently picked a new host for the Breakfast Club. And it is none other than Jess the Mess. Now, 3 people asked me what I thought about this because they know I don't particularly care for her. I liked her somewhat. She was okay, something to look at. You know, she's very beautiful. But after that whole thing with her talking about trans people the way she did, and calling us, delusional and crazy and psycho. I was off of her. Like, I was so over her. Listen, I saw her with the Sexy Red interview, and Sexy Red was like, I don't fuck with you, because you was talking about me. Again, you put your dirty coochie out on the internet, and somebody said something about it, and now you all bewildered and upset. And I looked at her while she was handling, and I thought, that's the way you handle that. Now, I would have loved to have seen Claudia Jordan get it. But you know what I was hoping that they were going to do? I was hoping that they were going to reach back in the vault and pull out and bring back Miss Jones. I don't know how many of y'all grew up in the city. Oh, excuse me, that oxtail. Oh, I can't even get it out. It'll come out eventually. I don't know how many of y'all grew up in the city in the 90s, but I'm from Montclair, New Jersey, and we used to listen to Hot 97. And I remember Miss Jones from Hot 97, and Miss Jones was wild. Like, Miss Jones and Bucks, what were their names? Buckstar and somebody else, and she used to be with them. On Power 105. I would have loved to see them bring her back. She's still hot. She's still sexy. She's still funny as hell. I would have loved to see them bring her back. But I also liked Claudia Jordan too. But you guys know she's busy at Fox Soul. So, you know what? I was like, when I first heard it, I was like, what? But I was like, you know what? She fits the aesthetic of the culture right now. Anything she does, whether it be to her detriment, bad, good, or indifferent, it goes viral. And DJ Envy and Charlemagne ain't stupid. They're legends in the radio game. I remember Charlemagne when he was on Wendy Williams' show. That's why his ass is so fucking shady now. So yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? Let's see how it goes. I say give her a good year, 2 years, and let's see how it goes. But if that doesn't work, Charlemagne, DJ Envy, call Miss Jones. I think we need to bring Miss Jones back. Everybody's on this nostalgia kick. I would listen to The Breakfast Club every fucking day, every chance I got, if you bring back Miss Jones. I mean, not bring her back, because she was never on The Breakfast Club, but bring her to The Breakfast Club. I wonder why they never even thought to put her in as a guest spot to just interview her, to see how she would do. Anyway, guys. So, I don't know if I'll be doing a New Year's Eve show. Comment if you think I should do one. Maybe I'll go live on New Year's Eve and we'll talk, because I don't have no plans. If I go live on New Year's Eve, do I have to get dressed up, y'all? Or can I just be in my bed in my pajamas with some wine, a dirty martini, a blunt, and some cigarettes? Because I'm a Marlboro girl. But anyway, it was a quick show. My mind was all over the place. But listen, somebody has to report on the news and the fashion news and bring it all together. And that's me, girl. So I did my best today. But yeah, comment below. Tell me what you want for New Year's for me. Do you want me to go live for New Year's or just do a regular show? I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think I could go live. The thing about me going live is, and the reason why I haven't done it is because I don't know how to put the pictures of what I'm talking about up as I'm going live. And I do have Ariana who shoots for me, but I shoot my YouTube on my own. She doesn't help me with the YouTube. She has every once in a while, but for the most part, I do the show myself. I edit it myself, I shoot it myself, and I put it out myself. So if anybody has any suggestions for how I can go live and really bring the pictures as I'm going live, kind of like how they do on TGIF and Maddie in the Morning, and if I could do it like that, I would feel more comfortable to do it, because then I feel like if you don't know who I'm talking about, you can actually see who I'm talking about. I feel like if I do it without it, I kind of feel like it's kind of stupid. But I don't know. Maybe we'll try. But let me know in the comments. Anyway, y'all. Ciao. Gotta go.